6 sixes in 1 over, a feat so amazing that even today people talk about it with wonder. It was 1968, and as the last ball flew over the boundary at Swansea, cricket saw something many thought was impossible. The man who did this wasn't just playing cricket, he was changing it forever. His name? Sir Garfield Sobers. Before Bradman became a god, before Tendulkar became a religion, before Kohli became king, there was Sobers, perhaps the most complete cricket player ever. Today, we look at the amazing life of a man who didn't just break records, he broke the limits of what people thought was possible in cricket. Stay with me for the next 25 minutes, and I promise you'll learn why experts still say that no one, not Callis, not Botham, not Imran, not Stokes, has ever truly matched the all-around greatness of Sir Garfield Sobers. In the sunny Caribbean on July 28, 1936, a cricket legend was born in the small area of Bayland, Bridgetown, Barbados. Sir Garfield St. Aubrey Sobers, Gary to his friends and Sir Gary to the world, would rise from simple beginnings to become the perfect example of cricket excellence. He wasn't just good at one thing, he mastered them all: batting, bowling, fielding. He did it all with natural skill, like a master musician playing every instrument perfectly. Bayland was no paradise. It was a tough working-class neighborhood, where dreams weren't easy to achieve. Garfield Sobers was the fifth of 6 children in a home where joy and hardship lived side by side. His mother, Thelma Sobers, worked hard as a seamstress and house cleaner to feed her family, while raising her children with strong love. His father, Shimon Sobers, a sailor, sadly died during World War II, when his ship was sunk off the coast of Africa. Gary was just 8 years old when this tragedy happened, leaving a gap that would shape his early years and give him a sense of duty beyond his age. But it was also during those early days that something special began to grow inside him. Cricket wasn't just a game in Barbados, it was like a religion, a part of the culture, a daily activity in the streets, beaches and schoolyards. Gary and his friends used handmade bats carved from tree branches and coconut stems for wickets. Most interestingly, young Gary was born with an extra finger on each hand, something doctors removed when he was a child. Maybe this early sign showed the special skill that would define his career. Even as a child, he showed natural talent with both bat and ball. By age 6, he could already hit with skill beyond his years. His first cricket experiences came playing barefoot on the dusty grounds near his home, where he developed the amazing hand-eye coordination that would later amaze the cricket world. By 13, his name was known in every part of Bridgetown, with local men often coming to watch the young star practice. What many don't know is that Sobers was naturally right-handed, but batted and bowled left-handed, a change that happened naturally as he copied his older brother Gerald's stance. This ability to use both hands gave him unique advantages throughout his career, letting him adjust his technique in ways that other players couldn't. His early years also taught him to adapt. Playing on rough pitches with handmade equipment prepared him for any condition the cricket world might throw at him. At just 16 years old, Sobers played his first game for Barbados in first-class cricket, an amazing achievement by itself. Those who saw him play then describe a thin, wiry teenager whose natural talent was clear to see. A year later, in 1954, he played his first Test match for the West Indies against England at Sabina Park, Jamaica. Still just a boy, excited but determined, there was already talk of a rare kind of brilliance in his game. At first picked for his left-arm spin bowling, he would slowly make a place for himself in every part of the sport. The journey from promising talent to certified legend began in earnest in 1958. At Sabina Park against Pakistan, Gary Sobers turned a promising cricket career into legend, with an amazing 365 not out, a marathon innings that lasted over 10 hours. It was the highest individual score in Test cricket at that time, breaking the record held by England's Len Hutton. That innings showed perfect balance and timing, raw power and skill. At just 21, Sobers wasn't just a West Indies star, he was a world phenomenon. What made this achievement even more remarkable was that Sobers had begun his Test career as a bowler, who batted at number 9. Within 4 years, he had transformed himself into the world's most feared batsman. What made Sobers special wasn't just his batting. He was a true all-rounder in every sense of the word. He could bowl left-arm spin, Chinaman, and medium pace depending on the pitch, the weather, or just how he felt that day. There are no modern players like this. It would be like having 3 different bowlers all in one player. He was amazing in the field, able to make jaw-dropping catches and fast throws from any position. His reflexes when catching at slip were legendary, where he would grab balls from the air that other fielders wouldn't even have moved for. And his batting, oh his batting, stylish, flowing, wristy and powerful. He made even the best bowling attacks look weak. Few know that Sobers played without a helmet his entire career, facing fast bowlers like Fred Truman and Ray Lindwall with nothing but courage and skill to protect him. His technique was mostly self-taught, developed through hours of practice and natural instinct rather than formal coaching. This gave his batting a unique quality, surprising yet technically sound, creative yet steady. Sir Gary wasn't happy with just being good. He wanted to be the best in every part of the game. The greatest moment of his individual brilliance came in 1968 when playing for Nottinghamshire against Glamorgan. In a moment of bold brilliance, he hit 6 sixes in a row in one over bowled by Malcolm Nash, becoming the first man in first-class cricket to achieve this. The sound of bat hitting ball 6 times in a row echoed through Swansea like thunder, each shot more amazing than the last. This feat was so bold, so exciting, that it became a famous story in cricket history. In that over against Malcolm Nash, each 6 showed a different batting skill. The first was pulled powerfully, the second driven straight, the third lifted over mid-wicket, the fourth hit over point, the fifth swung to long on, and the final 6 a massive hit over square leg. It wasn't just power, it was batting art. Nash, the unlucky bowler, would later joke that at least he would always be remembered for something in cricket history. His mastery wasn't just about statistics, it was spiritual. Watching Sobers play was like listening to beautiful music, surprising, soulful, and always genius. He averaged 57.78 in Test cricket, an amazing record by any standard, but numbers alone cannot show his impact. In a time when scoring rates were generally much lower than today, Sobers scored with a smoothness that seemed to belong to another time. He scored 8,032 Test runs, took 235 Test wickets, and made 109 catches, numbers that barely hint at how complete his game was. In 1965, Sobers became captain of the West Indies team, becoming the youngest captain in their history at that time. He led with a mix of instinct and courage, building unity in a team made up of players from different islands, each with its own culture and pride. Under his leadership, the West Indies played bold, fearless cricket that would later become their trademark. He wasn't just a tactician, he was a symbol of Caribbean excellence and possibility. As captain, Sobers made one of cricket's most talked about decisions during a 1968 Test against England at Port of Spain. With England struggling at 68, 8 chasing 215, most captains would have pushed for the win. Instead, Sobers declared the West Indies' second innings to set up a sporting finish, a decision that backfired when England successfully chased the target. He was heavily criticized, but the decision showed his character. He believed in cricket as a contest, not just a game to be won at all costs. Although his time as captain had mixed results in terms of series wins, Sobers' leadership left a mark of inspiration on generations to come. He mentored young players like Clive Lloyd, Alvin Kallicharan, and a fiery Jamaican fast bowler named Michael Holding, men who would later take the West Indies to even greater heights during their time of total dominance in the late 1970s and 1980s. What's often overlooked is how Sobers united a divided West Indies cricket team. The Caribbean islands had complex political differences, but under Sobers' leadership, players from Jamaica, Trinidad, Guyana, and the smaller islands came together as one strong unit. His people skills off the field were as valuable as his cricket skills on it. He also carried the weight of representing black excellence during a time of significant racial tension globally. The 1960s saw civil rights movements in full swing, and Sobers' dignified excellence made him an important symbol far beyond cricket. Despite his celebrity status, Sobers remained down to earth. In 1969, he married Australian Prue Kirby, and together they had 2 sons, Matthew and Daniel, and an adopted daughter, Genevieve. The marriage eventually ended, but his bond with his children remained strong. He was a loving father, often seen playing with his kids in parks and backyard cricket games. When touring Australia, he would sometimes bring his family along, understanding the importance of balance between professional excellence and personal happiness. Gary Sobers was never someone who hid away. He enjoyed life, golf, music, parties, and fast cars. He once famously hurt himself in a car crash in Australia while coming back from a nightclub. The media made a big deal of it, but Sobers, always honest, never shied away from owning up to his mistakes. He lived with an honest joy, knowing that fame could be short but integrity lasted forever. Few know that Sobers was also a great football player who could have played that sport professionally. He played for Barbados as a goalkeeper and was offered a contract with an English club, but chose cricket instead. His sporting talent extended to golf as well, where he played to a very high standard, and once thought about turning professional after his cricket career ended. In fact, Gary won professional golf tournaments in Jamaica, and played alongside legends like Gary Player. In 1972, after 93 tests spanning 18 years, Sobers retired from international cricket, leaving behind a legacy that seemed impossible to match. His final test innings was a masterful 74 against New Zealand, typically elegant and effective. But retirement from playing didn't mean retirement from cricket. After retiring, Sobers didn't disappear. He became a global ambassador for cricket, coaching, mentoring, and speaking across the world. He helped cricket boards in countries like Sri Lanka and Zimbabwe, offering insights that shaped national programs. His coaching work in Australia, India, and England spread technical knowledge, but more importantly, his philosophy of playing positive, attractive cricket. But more importantly, he gave back to his people in Barbados and across the Caribbean. Sir Gary became a beacon of hope and generosity. Through the Garfield Sobers Foundation and partnerships with various charities, he championed causes for poor children, youth development, and sports education. He helped start the Sir Garfield Sobers International Schools Cricket Tournament in Barbados, an important platform for young cricketers from around the world to show their talent. Now in its 4th decade, this tournament has been the starting point for many international careers. He was also deeply involved in raising awareness for sickle cell anemia, a disease that affects many people of African descent. This commitment came from understanding the power of his fame and his responsibility to use it for good. Whether he was giving a speech, donating equipment, or just encouraging a shy young batsman at practice, Sobers gave of himself, with the same grace he showed on the cricket field. Recognition came in waves for the man who redefined what it means to be an all-rounder. In 1975, Queen Elizabeth II knighted him for his services to cricket, an honor well-deserved for a man whose contributions went beyond boundaries. In 2000, Wisden named him one of the 5 cricketers of the century, placing him alongside the likes of Don Bradman and Shane Warne. The ICC, Cricket Australia, and the MCC all gave him lifetime honors. In 1998, Barbados declared him a national hero, the highest honor in the country, placing him alongside political leaders and social revolutionaries as a figure who shaped the nation's identity. His image appears on stamps, statues, and wall paintings across the Caribbean, a testament to a man who inspired not just cricket lovers, but entire nations. In 2021, the ICC created the Sir Garfield Sobers Trophy, cricket's most prestigious annual award for the best men's cricketer. That name, carved into the game's future, ensures that generations will remember the magic of Sir Gary. What's less known is Sobers' role in breaking down barriers in cricket. He was among the first West Indians to play county cricket in England, when he signed with Nottinghamshire in 1968, helping pave the way for Caribbean players in the English game. During apartheid, he refused big money offers to play in South Africa, standing firmly against racial segregation, despite the financial temptation. These principled stands highlight the character of a man who understood his influence extended beyond batting and bowling statistics. Throughout his life, Sobers has remained remarkably humble about his achievements. When asked about being called the greatest cricketer ever, he typically shifts the attention, saying he simply played the game as best he could. This humility, despite his extraordinary talent, makes people like him even more when they meet him. Even in his 80s, his eyes still light up when talking about cricket technique or remembering great matches from the past. Today, Sir Garfield Sobers lives a quieter life, occasionally appearing at cricket events, his tall frame still commanding respect. He speaks with the wisdom of someone who has seen the game change from white clothes and tea breaks to colored uniforms and T20 matches. Yet when he smiles, there's still that child from Bayland, the boy who once bowled with a rubber ball and dreamed big under the Caribbean sun. More than just records, Sobers left behind a legacy of joy. His presence united cricket fans from Australia to India, England to Africa. He played at a time when colonial memories were still fresh, yet he became a symbol of post-independence pride, a black man from a small island who conquered the cricket world with grace, humility, and genius. What made Sobers truly special was his consistency across all forms of the game. For over a decade, he was ranked as the #1 all-rounder in the world, a period of dominance rarely seen in any sport. In modern cricket, players often excel at home, but struggle abroad. Sobers was exceptional everywhere, on the bouncy pitches of Australia, the swinging conditions of England, the spinning tracks of India, and the fast surfaces of the West Indies. This adaptability across conditions is what sets him apart from even the greatest modern players. His peak years, from 1957 to 1968, show statistics that seem almost made up, an average of over 60 with the bat, while taking wickets at regular intervals with multiple bowling styles. In the 1966 series against England, he scored 722 runs at an average of 103.14, while taking 20 wickets, numbers that would be extraordinary for a specialist batsman or bowler, let alone someone doing both. In a sport now full of specialists, designated hitters, death bowlers, and fielding substitutes, Sir Garfield Sobers stands as a reminder of cricket's ultimate possibility, the complete player who could do it all, and do it all with style. He made the impossible look easy, and the ordinary seem magical. He wasn't just cricket's greatest all-rounder, he was its soul. Think about it. In today's terms, Sobers would be like combining Virat Kohli's batting, Ravindra Jadeja's spin, James Anderson's swing bowling, and Jonty Rhodes' fielding into one player. It's almost unimaginable. His legacy lives not just in records, but in the very idea of cricket perfection, the standard against which all-rounders are measured and usually found wanting. Another way to understand Sobers' greatness is to consider that most cricket teams today would select him either as a specialist batsman or as a specialist bowler. He was that good at both skills. Many experts believe he would have made the West Indies team for his bowling alone, or for his batting alone. That he could do both at the highest level, plus field like a dream, is what makes him unique in cricket history. The true measure of Sobers' legacy can be seen in how other cricketers talk about him. Ian Botham, himself one of the game's greatest all-rounders, once said Gary Sobers was the yardstick by which all other all-rounders have to be judged. Don Bradman, widely regarded as the greatest batsman, called Sobers the greatest all-round cricketer the game has seen. These are not just casual compliments, they are acknowledgments of a player who transcended the normal boundaries of the game. As we look to the future of cricket, with its changing formats and commercial pressures, the story of Sir Garfield Sobers reminds us of the game's purest essence, skill, sportsmanship and the joy of playing without limits. In an age of specialists, his versatility remains unmatched. In an era of sports science, his natural talent still amazes, and in a time of short-lived fame, his legacy endures. For young cricketers watching this video, Sobers offers an important lesson: don't limit yourself. While modern coaching often pushes players to specialize early, Sobers shows the value of developing all aspects of your game. His story teaches us that with enough practice, passion, and perseverance, the boundaries between batsman, bowler and fielder can disappear. The complete cricketer, that rare and precious thing, remains the sport's highest ideal. If this amazing journey through the life of cricket's most complete player has inspired you, do more than just click away. Dive deeper into the golden age of West Indies cricket. Watch old footage of Sir Gary's 6 sixes, or his 365 not out. Share this video with young cricketers who need to know what true all-round brilliance looks like. Hit that subscribe button to join our community of cricket history lovers, and ring the notification bell to never miss our weekly Legends series. If you know another cricket great whose story deserves telling, leave their name in the comments below. Until next time, remember Sir Gary's own words: cricket was always a game where you showed yourself, you did things your way, and in my natural way I play it that way. So whether you're on the cricket field or in life, play it like Sobers, with skill, joy, and endless possibility.